got 18 at the end of the last thing, so it is just one now. Oh, Dane. Oh, this is the beginning.
What? That was an accident.
You killed my brother?
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Oh, hello. Or maybe this is the beginning of the bit where the guy gets stabbed. You killed my brother.
So the guy doing the swinging, has a brother on the ship.
Yep, I think so. And there was something about a Dane.
So the guy who did the killing apparently is Danish.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to get the thing to trigger, so I've got my book.
Yep.
And there's a deer. Oh, and there's people in the boat.
Oh, there's more than one person. Okay, I just saw the person at the top of the steps.
He does not look happy. Two people in the boat. Yeah, one holding some kind of little box. And one black dude, I think. Okay.
Okay,
Anyone
so
else?
he was clubbed.
Yeah, I haven't got it. It's not doing it. Ah, there we are. I was gonna say I'm just waiting for it to do its thingy so I can get my book. God damn it. Alright, so we were missing another bit in the doomed.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did they die? They were clubbed by someone. Alright. Let me on is the dead guy. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane. So yes, the dead guy is Danish.
We got a
Cost to
Dane
buy.
named Lars Lind from Denmark. That's actually only
Yeah.
Dane on the boat.
And there was an accident with the ropes. Ah! Okay. Oh, good. Right, I thought it was going to do that thing. Okay,
So
right.
yeah,
So
I
this
think
unknown
this is
soul
Lars.
is Lars Lindet. Yeah, he's the only Danish dude.
Yeah.
Alright, he was clubbed by someone who has a brother. Alright.
I'm thinking we probe the 12 memories he's in.
Yeah, I was just going to have a look, see if I could figure out who it was. You probe the memories. I'm gonna... Ooh. I'm going to have a quick look to see if I can figure out
Show
a
memories
brother.
on tech map. Okay, that happened
Peters.
in part 7, the Doom.
Nathan Peters and Samuel Peters, both seamen.
Do we have one of them dead?
Dunno, I was in the wrong bit. Let me go back to the ship list.
Because one of them died with a rope situation.
Alright, Nathan Peters not currently dead. Samuel Peters not currently dead, but there could be an unknown soul. One of them saw it happen. Was this guy saw it happen, or the guy in the boat, do you reckon? It was an accident, I saw it happen. Who is this one? He's in 11 memories. Alright, bookmarked memories. Okay, does that mean
so
if I
loose
look in the
cargo,
book...
somebody died. That was our first memory.
Oh yeah.
And whoever this guy was, he was crushed by falling cargo.
Yeah.
But it's also a 3-triangle deduction, so it might be a little hard to figure out who he is right now.
Yeah. I think that makes sense. The ropes.
Because the other memories I see him in is Unholy Captives in part 5. The guy who got electrocuted, he was present for, but that wouldn't make sense. Actually,
Yeah, it's the lightning.
what about Soldiers of the Sea Part 2?
Where he was speared by a terrible beastie?
Oh, is that a spearing?
Yeah,
Okay, then no.
that's literally impaled on a spear thing, I think.
Murder Part or Murder Part 2 is the firing line, so no. Murder Part 3 is not associated with that kind of equipment. Yeah, the only thing that really seems to make sense is Loose Cargo Part 1.
Yeah.
Because we know Loose Cargo Part 2 is our stowaway, and Peters would not be a stowaway.
Yeah.
So Loose Cargo Part 1, the man crushed by the cargo, is one of the Peters brothers.
Maybe we could just assume this guy is one of them.
And then the
We don't
person
know what
below him is
happened
his
to him.
brother.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, I'm assuming Peters, just because that was the one that stuck out to me that there were two of them. Nathan. I'm going to go with Nathan is the guy that's doing the clubbing. Oh, if I could only figure out this thing. Right, so Nathan, I'm saying, is doing the clubbing. That gives us another fate. And then if we say the other one was crushed, if it's right, then it's right. If it's not, then we switch them round.
Yep.
Yeah?
That would
Okay.
work.
So this would be then Samuel Peters. And that's correct.
Awesome.
Loose cargo. Solve all fates in chapter 1. 3 stars my ass.
I'm wondering if there was a way we wouldn't have had to guess, though. Like, if there was a way to make it very, very
Come on, we had
known.
a choice of 2.
I know, I'm just saying, we still
I
did take
think
a bit
we
of a
had
guess.
to. That wasn't a guess. When it's a choice of 2, it's not a guess, that's a deduction.
That was a blind guess at the end, a 50-50 shot of getting it right.
I don't know, he looked like a Nathan. Right, okay, so then unidentified. So that means we've solved chapter 1. Perfect.
Yes, that's why we got that achievement.
Yeah. So then we had tragic illness. Some other dude succumbed to a tragic illness, though he is apparently identifiable. Must have picked it up at the Lascar house. What's a Lascar house? Google
Where
that.
are you looking? What are you
Oh,
looking
I was
at?
just going to chapter 2, seeing what we had to do. Lascar. Indian subcontinent. Also some. Yeah, the Lascar were Indian seamen. Just as a,
Okay.
a thingy. He doesn't look particularly Indian, but maybe he was in India. I don't know whether that's not really going to tell me anything, is it?
So the thing is that this gentleman who died of an illness, we
yeah.
had figured he had some association with Solomon Syed
Yeah.
because they're actually pictured together in the group photo,
Okay.
or were they?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, they're all together here as a group. That foursome there.
Ah, the foursome. Sorry, yes,
Yeah.
they are.
So,
Maybe they're the Indian dudes. There
but
could be
was
4 Indian
Solomon
dudes.
Indian?
I think so. Don't quote me on it. It's tricky.
Solomon was, yes, India. And we do have 4 gentlemen from India. We have Solomon. William Wasim, Abraham Akbar, and Renfrid Raju.
There's another one.
Oh, is there another one somewhere in the book?
Yeah, Tsungi Tati, the ship's steward. He's
Okay,
at the top.
I'm gonna take
27.
a guess that our ship steward is not associated with those four guys though. I want to believe
Yeah.
that those four guys are probably all these four here.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing our illness person is either Renfrid, Abraham, or William.
Yeah. Well, based on he picked it up at the thingy house, I'm going to go with, yeah, the Lascar, because Lascar is the Indians. So, as in from India. Just so we're.
And I can't imagine just guessing this will fill out chapter 2, like if we get it right. I think we're gonna have to get 3 right to fill him in.
Oh, yes, of course. But what do we have? We have crushed by cargo, illness, crushed by a cannon for the people. Crushed by cargo? Unholy captives. Does this say? It just says all op deck. That's great. The other dude was there, who was
I
crushed
think
by
I'm
a
gonna
cannon.
exit this memory though through the door.
Yeah, no, I'm going to. We were
Yeah, no,
following
I
through on
understand.
that thing. Yeah, I'm quite pleased we've sorted some of that out.
We sorted out a whole
Um,
chapter finally,
yeah,
and now we have all
and
the.
we should have now a summary for the Doom, and that's all the chapters that we have access to.
Wow,
Oh, and we've
that's a
got
lot of people.
6 missing people. Seven missing people. My bad. So I'm going to make a sandwich. Oh, Nathan Peters met an unknown fate. Oh, so we don't know what happened to him. Maybe he escaped. We've got the dude that I bookmarked. And some other people. And we leave the ship. Okay, well, I'm thinking we've got to solve all the chapters before we can leave the ship, right?
Uh,
Unless we can get to the lazarette. Um, well, at least we've named one of the people that disappeared. Cool. Alright, so that is all the body. Ooh, stand up.
yeah.
Hoi. Oh. Alright, so there's actually a storm and the dude wants us to go. Are we going?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. But we can go. I don't want to go until we've solved the people.
Exactly.
Okay. So where do you want to go? Where do we think?
So, oh, Valba.
Kind of want to find out the. Oh, hello. Hi,
What?
Valba. We're playing the Obra Dinn.
So
I
I feel
reckon I
like
find.
if we want to solve chapter 2, I think we need to solve the other two guys. I think we need to figure out our crushed individuals.
Right. Okay.
Was there any difference in the status of these two guys? Like, or
What do you mean?
possibly, so, okay, these guys are from India, we know, and they're all just seamen, so there's nothing identifiable in what their
Oh, that's what
task
you meant
is.
by status.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
Their job.
The job.
Boo.
Seaman. Yeah. This unknown soul was clubbed by Henry Brennan.
By the way, have we figured out who, the cook is?
Not as yet. That guy. the first mate. I wonder if this guy is a hound. The one that was clubbed by Brennan. Sorry, I went down a deck. I wonder if he's like the fourth officer or something. The fourth mate. John Davies.
So we got Captain Witterall, first mate Huscott, third mate. We got the second
Parrot.
mate Nichols, and you're saying this guy.
No, I'm actually talking about the guy standing behind the gunner, over on the right.
That's the bosun. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
He-
Oh,
he
hang
has-
on, is that the bosun? That could be the bosun's mate.
This is the bosun.
Yeah, so that could be
Um,
the bosun's mate.
Who? Oh, this guy here. Okay.
The guy with the hat, sorry.
Clubbed by Brennan.
Yeah, in the mutiny bit.
Um,
Dan! Behave.
let's see.
Gun deck.
Been in a lot of memories, that's for sure.
Yeah. He was in the escape.
What is a bosun?
You're asking the wrong person here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look up what a bosun is.
Oh, hang on. He was there when,
A ship's officer in charge of equipment and the crew.
Right.
The
He was
extended
there
term
when the
would be
bosun
boatswain.
died. Ah, boatswain.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm wondering if he is. Because he was there when Clestel died. No. Because he said, oh, no, he can't. The bosun's mate is the French guy. And he was the squid. Where's my Frenchman? The squid's gone, your mate's torn apart. Alright, so the bosun's mate was one of the ones that was torn apart by the squid. So, where's the squid come in? Calling? Was that when there was a squid? When did the squid come? That was the creep. That was the spiders. Then we had the electrocuty. Spiked. We had a decapitated dude. Alright, this is still right where spiked the doom. That was the
That was the Kraken.
that was when the squid came in. Right. Crushed by a loose cannon. Blasted by a cannon. Crushed by a cannon. Oh my god, where's the dude that was torn apart? This unknown soul was torn apart by a terrible beast. Hang on, but that's... Oh no, hang on. No, that's the escape. Right, so the only one that we've got that was torn apart, where's my Frenchman? That means this has got to be the bosun's mate, Charles Minor. The tattooed guy.
Really?
By process of elimination, there's only one person that was torn apart.
We had put him as Peter Milroy, and he did not. That did not ever come in. So he can't
I never
be
put him as Peter anyone.
Oh, I did put
I
him as
think
Peter Milroy.
you might have, yeah. And that didn't get
Yeah.
okayed, so it can't have
So
been.
you're going with Charles Minor.
Frenchman. I mean, you know, just because he was the only one that was torn apart. Unless it was this guy. He's standing nowhere near him. But then where's the? Hmm.
Well, I do have an idea then, because we know that this gentleman here, the last one with a hat,
Yeah.
right behind the gunners,
Yeah.
he has to be probably, I think, fourth mate Davies.
Hey, I think he has to be based on the hats.
Yeah, and
So I'm
that
gonna
would be
name
a
him Fourth
third.
Mate Davies.
Okay,
Why
it
would
did.
that be a third? No, that would be a second. We only just got the three a minute ago.
Oh, did we?
We've only, yeah. We'd have to name someone else. Um, he's the gunner. Then who's this dude with the hat? He looks fairly. He's an unknown officer, but that seems. Unless he's one of the stewards, but then. It's a surgeon. I'm thinking the guy standing behind the surgeon is probably the surgeon's mate, but
He's got similar garb as well.
he does. He's got that tie.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
if
gonna
that's a
go
sign of
with
being.
he's the surgeon's mate.
Agree with that idea.
Except I've lost it now. Where is it?
Is that a roll?
I don't know. I made an assumption. I
It is.
may regret this assumption.
I don't see that roll.
No, you're correct. I made an assumption. It was a bad assumption.
I mean, we know roughly who Emily Jackson and Miss Jane Bird are. We know who the two of them are. We just don't know which is which.
Yeah. We finally got to name all the Formosan royalty.
Yeah, but
I mean, but we don't have their fate because we know that they escaped, we think. So.
we don't know where
No, but
they
we have
go
a
to.
surgeon's mate. We've already filled him in. He was James. He was decapitated. That's why he wasn't in the list.
Oh,
He's dance. Alright, so the surgeon's mate is James Wallace, is dancing with the lady, and then there's Captain Stewart Philip Dahl. He's clapping. But I mean, it doesn't matter if we name them because we still don't know.
yeah, we don't have any real tips to go off of right now for either of them. I mean, we could
Yeah.
analyze the scene that they're in and see if maybe there's something to them.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I found another guy that could be an Indian based on his hat. If we want to make assumptions. Don't know his fate, but I'm going to make an assumption that he is the ship's steward. He's sitting next to the bosun's mate. The
do you
tattoo
think he's
guy.
Zungi's Sati?
I think so.
Uh, you don't. I guess you don't think he's Persian either, or from New
Oh,
Guinea.
I'm making an assumption based on the head thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking, and there's a few people who give me similar, like, one-offs.
Okay, well, if it's a bad assumption, then, it's a bad assumption and we'll find out. Um, Butcher. Does the butcher have a mate?
Actually, here's a. I don't like. I understand why we don't make assumptions, but what about our friend number 55, Hamadou Diom from Sierra Leone? Would you say the
What
guy who
about
was
him?
that the clubbing we just saw? I think he was the only person who looked like he might have been from Sierra Leone.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. All right. I'll make that assumption.
'Cause
Oh,
I don't
unless
think.
he's from New
I,
Guinea.
oh, you're right. He could be Maba.
Hmm.
I mean, we don't even have any real information about him. He's been in what?
Nope.
He's been in
11
11
memories?
memories?
I know.
What? Holy crap.
I think these are the Russian guys,
Yeah, I
just based
believe.
on the beard.
And I think we
Um,
saw them in the card playing scene
yeah,
with
they were
the
gambling.
illness. Yeah.
Oh, we could make a guess on which way round the Indian dudes are. I mean, there are three of them, and we've got three names, and we could see what happens.
So we're saying take a guess at our this middle gentleman.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, who you going with?
Um, I think he looks like an Abraham.
I'm gonna go Renfred. I was wrong.
I was also wrong. Okay, well then that leaves the other one, William. Oh, unless we've got some other ones wrong.
Unless we've got a so the well, we don't know who he is then, because one of the others is wrong then.
What else have we got filled in that's not confirmed?
So
Oh,
the other ones
Charles.
were which ones?
Charles, the bosun's mate.
And the other one is
Dunk. Oh
fourth
no,
mate
he's got
John
an unknown
Davies.
fate. Ah,
I
right.
think that is John Davies. I think we're right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the idea that that hat puts him as an officer or as one of the mates.
Hmm.
Because nothing else seems
Oh,
to.
I'm going to make an assumption. This dude at the back with his hand on the wheel
Is
is
the
the
helmsman.
helmsman. It looks like a Finley. We don't know what happened to him. He disappeared in the doom. I'm going to make an assumption there. Um, I'm more confident about Charles being the Frenchman that got torn apart, because otherwise we don't have anyone else that was torn apart by the Kraken. Than I am that of making the assumption that this dude over here is the
I don't
fourth
know. I
mate.
don't want to make assumptions, but he just doesn't look
I'm going to
important
name some more
enough.
Indian people because I'm going to stereotype all these people together. This one is Renford. No, he's not. Well, he might be. And this one is an Abraham. You have to make deductions. No.
I know,
Okay.
but I just don't see him as being.
So I figure we get them right.
Hmm. Can I access the memories by room? Yes. But that doesn't help me because I don't have memories in the bosun or the bosun mate's room.
Where did the guy that was stabbed end up? This guy was knifed in the midshipman cabin. Or he was found in the midshipman cabin. We have three midshipmen, Peter and... Peter and Thomas! Oh, I'm betting this was Thomas. Because he said something about Peter. Och, no, you're cut. So someone else was in that memory. There's Brennan bring the thing. And this random dude. Got... I don't know, I'm making an assumption here as well. We don't know who he was knifed by, so... How are we supposed to find out who knifed him?
Wait, who knifed who? What chapter are you in?
9. I want to know who knifed this poor dude. Tell Pete's mother I did my best, because there's 2 midshipmen. One of them's Thomas and one of them's Pete. I tried my best to pull him back. So who else is this one in? Bookmark memories. Show memory. Oh, I know what he's depicted on. I want to show them on the map. Right. So he died there.
So you're looking at 9 part 2?
Uh,
Or
9
different?
part 6.
Oh, sorry.
The dude that got stabbed. That one. Yeah.
Well, 2
I want
guys
to find
got
out.
stabbed, because part
Sorry.
2 was Paul Moss. First mate steward was killed with a sword by an unknown
Yeah, but that was
attacker.
on the top deck. This was the one that got stabbed in the back. He was
This unknown
there
soul was
when there
knifed
was
by
a
an unknown
mutiny,
attacker.
and then tried to pull him back. He was there. Alright. And also Soldiers of the Sea. I tried to pull him back. Hang on. Wasn't there one person that was pulling back someone who got
Yeah, who got like
attacked in part
I
6?
oh, that's what it was. It was the reason why I had crap. Sorry, I'm drawing like a huge blank in my head. Um this guy. The guy that you're saying is the bosun's mate?
I said could be.
Right, but I had him as Peter Milroy because of that scene. Because we thought he was the guy who got pulled apart.
Yeah, I
And that's why I said Peter
got
Milroy.
stuck. Yeah, but that's the one where then got stuck in an endless loop of memories, and I wanted to go back to the dude that got knifed, and it was just like, oh my god, would you just let me go back to the dude that got knifed? Um, he was present for the slaughter scene.
But he might not be Peter because I tried all 3 of the Indian of that group of Indian names. Unless
Yeah.
it's one of the others. No. So, I guess he's not Peter Milroy either.
Exploded. Perished in the Doom Part 6. This dude that got blasted by an explosion could be Peter. Or not. Hmm. Yeah. Third mate. This could be the third mate's steward, Roderick, who was crushed by the cannon. It's because of where he's standing, but maybe not. No, I'm guessing at this point now. Sorry, I was just going through.
No, that's cool because I'm thinking the same thing of trying to find pieces where these people overlap. Okay, so this person was in. Oh my God, he was in 15 flippin' memories.
The guy that got exploded.
Knifed by an unknown attacker.
Oh, my knife dude.
Yeah. Tell Pete's mother I tried my best to pull him back to save him. So, could he have been in a memory where he was trying to pull somebody?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. That's why I thought he was Thomas. He's currently bookmarked. So that's what I was trying to figure out who knifed him in the back. Though it may have been Brennan. I'm inclined to believe it was Brennan. I've lost Brennan now, yeah. Henry Brennan. Mainly just because I don't like Brennan. John Davy. Oh no, it could have been the fourth mate. Who? Oh no, that's his name. Not who killed him.
Okay. That person died from getting shot slash spiked. Wasn't O'Farrell.
Alright, I'm going back. Where's the dude that got shot in the face? That's the dude I'm just going into the memory of the dude that got shot in the face. I'm gonna see who it was that shot him. If I can see who it was, because we filled in a few things after.
Eight part. Which? Part 4?
Ah, he was shot by John Davis. Because we identified him. So he was shot by John Davis. With a gun.
Where
We
on the
don't know
boat
who
was
he
that?
is. Aft gun deck. Stabbed guy. It was the outside. There were two dead bodies on the floor. One was clubbed by Brennan, who was the fourth mate, and so the fourth mate was not mutinying. He was trying to stop the mutiny. Enough. The captain cannot be trusted. You have a plan. Take the ship and sail east. Trade wretched fishing. Who's there? Mutiny. Mutiny. Oh, who was he talking to? And who said mutiny? First mate, the captain, Henry Brennan. Fourth mate, who was clubbed by Brennan. So Brennan was knifed by Witterell, who's the captain. So he was definitely mutinying. I think Davis said mutiny, so Davis wasn't mutinying. So who's this guy with the hat? Wild guess is not quite the same as deductions, no, but if it's based on evidence, then it's a deduction. The midshipman was dead with a knife in his back at that point, I think. He got knifed in the back. Somewhere over here, and... Okay, so I think that
This guy
whoever the
has to be
unknown
important.
saw... Yeah, I know, right?
He's got a hat.
I
Hats are always
know!
important.
Well, he no longer has a hat. It's been blown off.
So the people who would we would think have a hat? The bosun's mate, the gunner's mate. Oh wait, let's also try to. Okay, does the dude look French?
I don't know. He's got
I
a
don't think he
beard.
does.
He's got a beard but no moustache. He looks dodgy.
He's Amish.
Um, he doesn't look Polish.
No. We don't think he's the helmsman because you said the helmsman was holding the wheel in the picture.
Yes, I think that he was holding the wheel in the picture. He could
He's
be
not a passenger.
Irish. He could be the second mate's steward.
Where's the second mate in the picture?
It doesn't matter if he's not in the picture, does he?
Oh wait, what does Paul Moss look like?
We solved him.
No, I know that, but my question is what does Paul Moss look like just from a standpoint of do the stewards for the so that's Paul
Paul
Moss.
Moss, yeah, he looks like a criminal, to be perfectly honest. Or, you know.
Like so these four
Oh,
people
these four
here all
people.
look the same, and I would wonder if they're
Yeah.
all stewards to the mates.
Yeah, but there was a steward over here somewhere. He was the one that the Swedish guy got, pulled off. Or was Paul Moss the Swedish guy? Hang on, who was the one that was shot? Edward Nichols was the second mate. This guy, I think, might be the second mate's steward, the Irish guy, Samuel Gallagher, purely because he was in that ship that he was strangled off sea. Oh no, hang on, we've not confirmed Paul Moss. When did Paul Moss get filled in? He's killed with a sword by an unknown attacker. He perished in the escape. Part 2. Was it unknown? Or do we know who it was? Um,
Okay, so back to this though.
Paul Lookout. That was why we said he was Paul, but because we don't know who killed him, how do we get to the memory? We have to go to the thing, don't we?
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Okay, so he's on the deck. Hmm. So much blood. Okay, hang on. So what's through here? Ugh, I don't know. Alright, I'm exiting out of this one. I figure anyone who we've named and hasn't confirmed is, fair game. Um, right, upstairs. One of the ones that got stabbed trying to get into the lifeboat. Oh, he was speared by a terrible beastie. The wrong end of the ship then. There is no run. Oh, it'll be up here, won't it? This guy. Yes, here we are. Right, I'm going into Paul Moss's memory. Up the steps at the back. He's next to the one hanging over the
Ah, yes.
railing.
Last one. Move quick. You'll not take the last punch.
Yeah, who's this guy? I don't know, he was shot. All accounts. Who was she saying look out to? Was she saying look out to the guy?
Looks like she's saying look out to the guy who got stabbed.
Yeah,
We
which
think
we
is
think is
Paul.
Paul.
So
Yeah.
would she have a special connection to Paul? So if we believe that he is Paul Moss from Wales,
Mm-hmm.
she Emily Jackson or Miss Jane Bird, it doesn't really help us. She doesn't have
Where are they from?
uh Emily
England.
and Jane are both
Okay.
England and Paul is Wales.
Okay. Well, let's assume that they are alive in England. And then we can see which one's which. No, that didn't work either. Henry Evans, I think, is alive in England. Are we supposed to visit him in England? Is that what he said? Can you remember from the beginning?
It might have been in the book. Bargain. This chapter will remain unknown until you leave the ship and return the book to me.
And that's Henry Evans. So we know he's alive.
We
I
just don't know
guess.
where he escaped to, I guess is the question.
Yeah. He could be anywhere. We've not got enough other people right to do it. So I've just been through all of the things. Unless he's expired of old age, which is the other option.
Well, don't you have to leave? How many guesses do we have right now?
Quite
I
a
guess is
few.
the question. So loose cargo's all good. Bitter cold, we know the guy's Indian. We're just not sure which Indian individual it is.
Yeah. And we've
Um,
done quite a lot of guessing. What do you think?
just checking to see if we have a second. Just trying to limit my variables a little bit. Are all unknown. Bargain, escape. So right now we have 2/3 of who we believe to be Paul Moss. We're just not sure who
Yeah.
the big guy who stabbed him is.
No.
This person with the hat, we just don't know who they are. We believe they were shot by John Davies.
Yeah.
And the other one that we have all of the portions filled in is John Davies was clubbed by Henry Brennan.
That's correct.
We think.
I know, no, I know that's correct. Because it's definitely Davies, and I went back and checked, and he was definitely clubbed by Brennan. So that one I'm 100% certain about.
Okay. So if we can guess like where
Hmm.
Evans is.
No, we need one more that we're certain about.
Well, if
We
we
don't
guess
have
where
one more
Evans
that.
is, my point is we could guess Evans' location and then also guess which of the three Indian guys died of illness.
Yeah. But one would have thought if we'd have got the Indian guys right, all three of them right, then it should have done, because they all had death things.
Wait, did it?
They all have death things, yeah. William, Abraham, and Renford, all of those have their deaths put in. So if we figure out the right way round for them, then we should confirm.
I only have one of them filled in. Well, I have crushed by a cannon and blank for this guy.
Oh no, he was definitely. Oh, God damn it! Oh, I never know how to get back into the stupid picture thing. He was crushed by cargo.
Was he?
You never filled it in.
I didn't because I didn't think it was as conclusive as you did.
I mean, he got crushed by that stretcher.
Third level, right at the bottom of the stairs. I'm just gonna go there because I want to look at the memory, I guess.
Yeah. That's why I'm annoyed, because, you know, I feel like we should have those the right way round. They should work. Maybe it wasn't crushed. Clubbed? By... No, that's not gonna work.
I don't know. So if we call the mermaid thing
Fell down the
cargo,
stairs to his death?
yeah, it looked well. I mean, it looks like the stretcher carrying the mermaid does peg him in the back of the head as he
Yeah.
falls into a barrel.
But, you know,
Doesn't look like he was decapitated or
struck.
drowned.
He wasn't struck by anything.
Not expired. Didn't explode. He fell.
Yeah.
Stairs.
I think, yeah, that's what I
Fell
thought.
down the stairs to his death.
Okay. Oh! I did something! I got 3 more correct. Abraham Akbar was crushed by a loose cannon. Renfred Rayub succumbed to a tragic illness. And John Davies' fourth mate was clubbed by Henry Brennan. I was fiddling around with the English dudes.
Good job.
The English dudes, the Indian dudes. And that
That's what I was about to do.
solved 2. Okay, so...
That means the last guy who fell down the stairs.
May not have fallen down the stairs, I don't know. So we got the 2 that succumbed to the tragic illness, which is why we had the thing. And the large cow that was slaughtered in that chapter had meant nothing.
Yes.
So Nuncio Pasquale was knifed by Edward Nichols, the second mate. But Hoxen Lau was shot by Henry Brennan because he was accused of killing him. And then we've got a guy was shot with a gun by an unknown attacker. I want to go see that one. Where's that one? That's got Chinese, right? So that's
So I think
end of
this
murder.
one,
Where's
though, unknown soul who fell down the stairs to his death, would then probably be William Wassam.
Yeah. I'd switched over and it obviously just went and did a thing. So, yeah. Okay, so William Wassam. Which means that Charles is probably not right. I'm gonna put him back to unknown, this guy. Okay. But just he was torn apart. That's the thing. He's torn apart. The Frenchman. That's why I'm just a bit confused. Third mate. That could be the third mate's steward, Roderick Anderson. based off him saying sir. Was it Peter Milroy that got exposed? Oh, I did something else as well. I got 3 more correct.
What did you do?
Roderick Anderson was crushed by a loose cannon. William Wasim fell down his stairs. And Peter Milroy was blasted by an explosion. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
good.
just
Yeah,
filling in
you
things.
fiddled and I was not
I,
fiddling.
it, it was based on evidence because the guy, this guy here, so on in part 5 of chapter 7 on the gun deck, it said what happens here, what's happened here. It said Sir Luce Cannon, and that's the guy that died. And then I looked who was present, and it was the third mate and the guy standing next to him. I was like, that's got to be the third mate steward.
Okay.
So that was my process there. And then I went, who's the guy then that got blasted by the explosion? Because he was also in that picture, and he was standing near the guy that I thought was Thomas who got knifed, and that's Peter. He exploded, and that's when I got it because we got William Wasim correct.
Roderick filled in, Peter filled in, and then of course our last Indian gentleman.
Who
That's
did fall
3.
down the stairs?
Yes.
That's 3. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I was just process of eliminationing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I was still trying to figure out which one's the Frenchman, and I still think this one's the Frenchman, but unfortunately, the game doesn't think so. Because who's the Frenchman that got torn apart? Because that's what. Unless it was one of these people who met an unknown fate.
So, well, okay, let's assume it's during the chapter The Doom.
Yeah, but there's only one person left. You know.
So we had these
The
two
squid, where's
guys
my
who
Frenchman?
got,
The
we
squid's
think
gone,
got,
your mate was torn apart. Hmm.
these two we think both got blasted.
Yeah. Well, you said that they were one person in the end, so. Because I couldn't find the second guy to zoom in on him. Because they were basically blasted into each other. That's why I think, but then why didn't it trigger unless it was only doing 3? No, it should have triggered sooner, so it can't be Charles. He can't be Charles.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But then, is it likely to be this guy? You know, he's just randomly in here. I mean, you know, he doesn't look very French. So unless it was, we had the decapitated dude, but again, he doesn't look particularly French either.
What story was
I'm
it
just
that
going
had the French
backwards.
statement?
The first one of the escape, or the
Okay.
second one of the escape. That one. Oh, sorry, Clestel. Back one, Clestel.
Oh.
The bosun. Because his mate is, the bosun's mate is French. I just need a quick break. I'll be right back. Imbeck. Have you made any deductions?
No, I'm trying to think about what's going.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who the Frenchman was that got torn apart, because it can't be. Hmm. Hmm. Where's the map? Not that map. That map. So, bitter cold. Better calling. Unholy captives. Doom. Escape. So, Azores, Madeira, or the Canary Islands? Makes the most sense for them to have escaped to.
Okay, so loose cargo is when up, then they began to head south. Their cold happens just off the town.
Spain.
Where's
And then it's in on just under Canary on the sea.
Oh,
So somewhere around the Canary Islands they have the weird mermaid thing. Then they're coming back round towards England. They got attacked by the Dementors on the sea crab things. Then Doom is the Kraken. Then they got
okay.
the
So
escape in the
let's
end.
say you're at 9, escape. So we know that the doctor and Emily and Jane all escaped at that moment.
Yeah,
Where would you
along
escape
with
to
some
if
other
you're
people.
there? Would you go to...
Azores?
Your options are Azores, Madeira, and Canary.
I would go back to the Canary Islands. I mean, you could also go to Spain. But I mean, closest, I'd say Azores, but, you know. So I wonder who this dude is. Because then we have another chapter complete if we find out who the dude is that was clubbed. I don't think I'm going to figure out who he is. He's just randomly at the back of the picture. Sorry, talking to myself, kind of.
Yeah, I would just think like they would have gone to the same location.
Yeah, of course. Whether they stayed there is another question,
True.
but
I mean, it does look like the closest location to the escape in the
hmm,
timeline is the Azores.
yeah. Well, I put all three of them on Azores and then switched the two ladies around, and that didn't work.
Okay.
So they also didn't work for them being in England either. Just it's an FYI. So
Okay.
I think we're not going to necessarily get. We might have to meet Henry to find out where he got to.
Or what happened to the ladies?
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible Henry went by himself back to England. They stayed at the Azores.
Oh, I just said he was axed. That was not what I meant to do. We don't even know he's in England.
True.
I'm going to stick him in England for now. Still don't know who knifed Thomas.
Okay, so the last murder for chapter 3 that we're missing is this guy.
Hang on, let me get to chapter 3, and then I can find out who this guy is. Okay, yes, so, yes, the dude that was shot. So we should go find him, right?
I think so. Looks like
Where's his
the
body?
first mate quarters on the gun deck.
The corpse was moved post-mortem. It says on the main deck.
Did it?
Well, it says the corpse was moved post-mortem. The picture looks like he's being shot in the on the rigging at the top. Well, we could just go and right, I need to exit out of this memory. Ah. Well, we're doing pretty well for deductions. We've got some chapters finished.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, I'm at the front, right? That would be part of the problem.
Oh, I did it again. I hit the wrong button on the achievement. Right, so that's 9, the escape, so that's not the right dude. The right corpse, even. Um,
It is in the first mate's quarters. It was behind the window.
oh, right, okay. Oh, is that the guy that was hanging from by his leg?
Yes.
That's not the right window. I'm in the wrong quarters, hang on. All the doors look the same.
Okay, we know who he's shot by.
Well, that's great. Except I'm stuck in a window. Stuck in a door. I'm trying to get to the actual quarters. Where is the quarters?
Which deck are you on? You're on the gun deck?
The gun deck, yeah. I'm trying to figure out where the window. I've
on
been
your
in the 4 in the
left.
middle.
Oh, wait. There's
Oh,
an
there's
open
another
door.
4. Right, the open door. Thank you.
Yep.
I was getting a bit stuck.
Try.
Give it up. Is he the guy that... It's the one that said give it up. The
Yeah,
one
he's the
who
got shot.
died. He's Scottish. He could be Duncan McKay, the purser. It could be Timothy Buttment. It's a topman. He's in 2 memories. This memory was on page 14. Oh, he was around when... So who shot him?
I believe that is Nichols.
I believe you're correct. Which is the second mate. So I'm going to assume he's not the purser and say he's Timothy Buttment. Because why not?
You don't think he's in charge of money?
Because it sounded Scottish to me. He's not dressed like he's in charge of money.
Do you think he has to be our Timothy Butment?
I like saying Buttment, but yeah.
Butment. Timothy Butment. I guess.
I mean, we're not going to know until we've got another 2 fates right, but...
Yeah.
It sounded Scottish, right?
Just curious because Nichols is holding hostage the Formosan royalty.
Chinese lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why would he then shoot this guy?
Did I?
Okay, if I'm looking at chain of events for murder, where are you?
I think maybe that guy was just like, hey, you're kidnapping people, that's wrong.
Yeah, that would make sense. I want to try to piece it together in order.
Oh no, hey, I found the helmsman. He looks like he's been speared. Or at least the one I said was the helmsman.
Where is that?
Oh, downstairs, outside the captain's quarters. I was trying to see if the captain was there, because it said captain somewhere. I was trying to find out if the captain was around. I couldn't see the captain, but I did find the helmsman, or at least the dude that I thought was the helmsman. The one we named helmsman because he happened to be standing next to the wheel. And he was speared in the leg, so I'm guessing he bled out. The guy that got exploded is on the floor, along with Sven, who got clubbed in the back of the head by someone at some point.
The only problem is that this guy disappeared.
No, we said unknown fate. We don't find his body.
He disappeared
He could
during the
have.
doom.
Are we in the Doom?
No, I'm just saying that you're right. He does get speared there, which looks bad, but he his end is a disappearance during the doom chapter.
Okay. Well, if I put Speared in there, then at least I'll remember where I saw him. I don't know who he got speared by and whether that killed him or not, but you know. So, what is going on?
I don't see anything else going externally. What's going on this boat? Who are you? Patrick O'Hagan is who we think you are. Oh, Hitler, right.
Yeah. O'Hagan was mentioned, I believe, in whatever thing it was in. Alright, I'm going out of the memory. Okay. Not sure that helps.
We're unsure of who this guy was that got clubbed by
I
Captain.
know! It's annoying! It's annoying.
Because he's the last person we don't know for
He
the end.
is!
We have a
Yeah.
few that we're very close to finishing multiple chapters right
Oh!
now.
Oh! I think I found the cook.
Oh, really? Which one?
Well, yeah. Well, I was having a look at the bodies. There's a body on the stairs on the gun deck. Between the two sets of stairs, there's a body. And it said, this unarmed soul was spiked by a terrible beastie. It's chapter 5,
Where is
part
this?
2.
You said gun deck?
Yeah, so there's two sets of stairs literally opposite each other around there. Yeah, this dude, here. And I was looking at the text and it said, clear the deck, blah blah blah. Hey there, what's this? Give him to me and I can fry us a solid meal. I reckon he's the cook. Thomas Sefton.
Okay. I could believe that. There's something about that, um, the tie around the neck that kind of seems to signify
Yeah.
an important job, but not necessarily like. Oh wait, he's not there in that picture. He's not the person right behind him. I thought that tie might have been, but this is a different person then. Where is he in the
He's
picture?
next to the butcher.
That would make sense. He could be hanging with the butcher. I believe
Yeah.
that. Okay, so who's important that's not named standing behind Henry Evans, the surgeon?
Don't know.
The purser,
Could be the purser.
Duncan McKay. He looks dressed fairly nicely. Not that we know what happened to him.
No, I was going to say he's kind of, you know.
He disappeared in the Doom. Wait, who'd he disappear with? I guess part of the question.
He could have been in the boat.
The Doom is not the Henry Evans disappearance.
Oh.
Let's see, show memories on the deck map. Where did we see him? So he was part of the battle with soldiers of the sea. He was present for the unholy captives, where the person fell down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And then this person was also at the Doom Part 7, where the guy got ripped apart with the tattoos, and also where one of the people got clubbed by something.
Yeah. Someone then.
So he disappeared along this chain of events to appear on the main deck. But yeah, if we go with your idea that this guy is the helmsman, I mean, we're
Mm-hmm.
running out of very important people. At this point, we're getting down to a lot of midshipmen, topmen, and seamen.
Yeah. I mean, there's that one dude who was shot in the mutiny bit, the first mutiny bit, that's next to the gunner and next to the second mate, who's got the hat. Sort of looks like a postman hat type thing. We know he's not Charles because Charles was torn apart by something. He could be Olus Wiata, the gunner's mate. He looks a bit Polish, maybe. He's unlikely to be the Indian dude. There's no more important ones left. I'm gonna put him as Olaf for now. Olus for now.
And we don't think he's a steward because we think the stewards are all on the stairs, same outfit. I think the stewards are these people.
Kind of, yeah.
Because we've got what, two? Oh wait, how many of those stewards have we confirmed? Any of them?
Just one.
Just third mate steward
Roderick.
Anderson.
Yeah.
And we're pretty sure that Paul Moss is this
Yeah.
guy because of the name Paul getting called out during that scene.
And I'm
So-
fairly certain the second mate, Samuel, because he got strangled on that boat. But the one behind him,
Do you think?
I've got down as John Naples.
Wait, so you think this guy is?
I think he's Samuel Gallion, but obviously not because otherwise it would have popped at some point.
Well, because
And down here,
we don't. Wait, is it
I
an
think
unknown
this
attacker?
one might be Davy.
Well, we don't know who strangled him.
No, we do. It was Ben Sire.
Was it?
I went back
Oh,
and
I will
inspected
go.
him after we'd named him. Because I knew who it was, but we didn't know it was the Formosan guy, the king, but we didn't know his name at the time that we had this memory.
Okay.
That was why. Um,
But if that was correct, this would have filled in, wouldn't it? Because we're
yeah,
at
I
three again.
know.
So he might not be Samuel Gilligan.
He might not be. But then there's the fourth mate over here, and I've named this dude the fourth mate steward just 'cause why not?
What, the one on the back stairs?
Oh, no, the one standing next to the fourth mate.
Oh.
No, the one on the back stairs I have down as John Naples, seaman who was shot with a gun. I don't know why, John, but I think it was because he was in another memory.
Possibly.
The one where we had the John thing, and I'm like, that's got to be John then. It was really sort of a random process of elimination. Excuse me, sorry.
I mean, there's just got to be some details somewhere that we're just not seeing.
Well, of course there are. There's a bunch of things. Um, it's one you have to sort of go back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go back to the cow memory because there was some things in there. At least I think there was something in there that could be a clue. I'm going to go back to the cow memory because there was a lot of talking in that.
Yeah.
Here? Yeah. Come on before she kicks up. You all right there, sir?
Never been on a farm, Chuck?
Mind your shoes now.
That's Irish. There's an Irish person there.
We know that definitely was Charles Herstick. That was definitely Peter Milroy. That guy was knifed unknown.
That was Peter.
That was our butcher, Emil L. Farrell.
Was he Irish?
Was the butcher Irish? Let me check. Butcher.
Ah, they were the two.
Yes, he was Irish.
Right,
The
so
only
he's the
person
one that said
we
about the
don't know
Irish.
in this picture is the guy on the backside. We know got knifed.
That's the other midshipman. Thomas. By process of elimination based on him talking about Pete, who we exploded. We don't know who was knifed by, but I know his name's Thomas.
Thomas Lunk is our last
Yep.
midshipman, okay. Anybody else in this memory really?
Oh,
Like
there's
Our doctor has the
The-
monkey with him.
yeah, there's the two Indian guys transporting the dude. The doctor has has the monkey. Oh. As to who's lurking down, I don't know. Just I've just been enjoying debating who's who, and it's totally not cheesing it if it's a good deduction.
Yeah, we're
So there are
taking
fewer
some
people in that.
guesses, but it's
Yeah, but-
educated guesses each time. We're not
Yeah,
just blindly.
it's when it's a choice of three people, and you put the three in, and then eventually it works,
Oh,
or a
wait,
choice of
there's-
two people or whatever.
Right by the doctor, there's a door open, and there is. Oh, James Wallace, the surgeon's mate's back here.
Right by the doctor.
The door behind.
Oh,
That
that
open
one.
door.
Ah,
Surgeon's mate, James Wallace, is in there.
yeah, he's the one that got decapitated. We've confirmed him.
Yeah.
He
Just
looks
looking to
kind of
see.
Polish. Yeah. That one didn't work. But he's talking about a dude called Pete, and he's in the midshipman's cabin, so he must therefore be the other dude. And that one's called Charlie. That sort of works as deduction. And there are four Indian dudes sitting together, and it was, that was a deduction as well. We just didn't know which way round.
Okay.
Plus, we had the dude that fell down the stairs that we'd gotten the thing wrong on. Okay, so that one actually didn't give us any more information because we'd found out a lot of stuff already.
Oh, this midshipman is the guy who was talking about telling Pete's mother.
Yes, that's how I figured he was Tom.
You know what? I
Because he
want to
was also
follow
in the
this guy's
midshipman.
memories. I'm gonna
I
leave this
tried.
memory.
I tried that because I was trying to figure out who stabbed him, and I did not
Well,
manage
I
to
want
get
to
very far.
see if maybe there's a memory he's a part of, because we just know he died from being knifed. I gotta wonder if one of those previous memories, you could see, like, he's in this memory and he was knifed in this memory. Like, it's just
Yeah,
like a side event.
understood.
Okay, so if you are Thomas, let's show memories on deck map. Chronological order. How far back do I think you did not get knifed?
Yeah, I don't know how we figured out he was John. It must have been somewhere else, and then we couldn't figure out who killed him. It looked like he got shot. He could have been spiked. That's the thing, when you're unsure how he died.
Like, if he's in a memory, it's just going to be like some random detail in the background. I'm getting the impression of.
Yeah. I've lost him though.
So if I start on...
Right,
the death
so
of the bosun.
is that where you want to start? Okay.
That's where I started, because I'm following his chain
Okay.
of events for our last midshipman.
Okay. Was he stabbed in the escape?
It looks like that's the logical event. So I found where he is here. He's just coming up from the lower deck. Doesn't appear he's saying anything, and it doesn't appear at this moment that he's been stabbed. He looks safe right now. Okay, he's right outside this room on the stairs.
Yeah.
So I don't see any other context clues here, but at least I can see him in that scene, and he does look unstabbed.
Yep. He's currently bookmarked for me, so.
Okay, so next up, show memories
Yeah,
on
so
deck
from
map.
there, he goes to the escape part 2, the escape part 3, the escape. So we need to follow him through the escape.
Yeah, because he dies during escape
Part
part
6.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So
Should we
let's
go to?
go to part 2.
Is that going to
and
be easy
find
to
him.
get to?
It's
Yeah.
upstairs.
We've seen part 2 so many times. Where was he?
I know. That's the thing. I don't know.
Shocking.
So upstairs.
Escape part 2.
Move quick. You'll not take the last punch.
He'd come up from the lower deck. So he's more likely to be down here.
Oh wait, I can
That's
actually travel down to this deck. He just came up from here. He's standing right outside the room with where the bosun died. And
Yeah,
he's
he
all
is.
sneaky. That's weird.
Fourth mate. The dude I've called Olus. And yeah, he's listening. Well, because they're
Interesting.
plotting. They're plotting in here.
Okay, so part 3 was the memory right next to it.
Yes.
Okay, so overboard dude. Okay, I guess we'll go back down the stairs again.
Yeah. Oh, we'll bounce down the stairs back round because there's people in the way. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! He was
This-
stabbed by... Oh, the dude we don't know his name! The one who I've called Olas.
But who was shot by John Davies.
Probably because John Davies is getting up and going, oh my god, what are you doing?
Okay.
Well, that answers that question, so... Knifed by... I'm just going to say Olas for the sake of it. Oh! Oh my god, that worked! It is Olas. I got
Okay.
3 more fates correct. Alright, so Olas was shot with a gun by John Davies. Timothy Buttman was right. Shot with a gun. And Thomas Lank was knifed by Olas. And I got the murder and more fates, 30 fates.
Awesome. That was a good way of doing that deduction.
Yeah! I didn't realize you could go downstairs in that. As you said, we'd been in that memory a few times.
That was the thing I started to notice was that we've gone through so many memories where we couldn't see everything in time
Yeah.
that there are people we don't know what they're doing in a memory, and it's becoming just an issue of can we figure out what they're doing while we're away from them.
Yeah. Okay, so that's part 1, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 all done. So the brother got crushed by the falling cargo along with a stowaway. Then we had people succumbing to illness and slaughtering of a cow. Then we had the thing with the shell, where Nunzio got knifed by the second mate.
And then Huck Sang
Blame-
Lao was
yeah,
blamed
was-
for it.
Yeah.
And
And
was
then
Killed by
the
the
second
firing squad.
mate, that's when the second mate got away. That's when Timothy Buttman was shot, trying to stop the second mate absconding with the Formosans. Then it goes into the calling, where we've got a whole bunch of people. You see, I still think that it's the second mate steward who was
Do
on
you think
the
this is the
boat.
guy strangled by Itbang Sia?
Yeah, because he says, "Sir, Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake," you know. And then O'Hagan, you're still breathing, but and then we had Bunlanin and Ebanse, and oh, that hasn't triggered as a. Oh no, that is confirmed. Then Edward Nichols, sorry, the font changed size. I thought it was not confirmed. Yeah.
It's
then
not
then
a
the
post-it
second mate.
note.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, sorry. The font changes. It was just because it was small. So then we have two people who are unknown. So we might need to go into that memory to get some people's
Yep.
to try and figure out what's going on in the calling. To try and
Which,
figure
how
out
do we
who
get
was
back to
who.
that one?
Oh, that I know. So exit this memory. There were three bodies on the boat. You can only access on the. Remember the three bodies?
Yes.
So you can only access the other memory through one of these three bodies. So I'm going for the one on the left,
Okay.
which happens to be part 6.
Ahoy!
Yeah, so that was Chow Tan shooting Edward Nichols because he bloody well deserved it. Also because you can see the body of Ibn Sai behind him, which we can do a thing on. So where's the other boat? Right, the other boat
Yeah, that brings you to part 4, and she died. That part. No, that's part 1.
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded up myself.
Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
Hey, Leaky. Okay, so those two guys were with the boat with Nichols and the Formosan royalty, Bon Lan Lim. That was their boat. Although I can't hear Joe right now. Why can't I hear Joe? I see we still have party. But I can't hear Joe. Weird. I'm gonna leave the party. And I'm just gonna rejoin it. I can't join Xbox One party. Why not? There. The option again.
do we see we don't see his body anywhere.
Okay, so what were we saying? Because you and I were both talking and not hearing.
I could hear you perfectly well. That's why I was very confused.
Oh, I couldn't hear you at all.
Okay, so I went into the dude I designated the steward
Okay.
because he was lying there dead. But I'm looking and I'm wondering if maybe he wasn't strangled. It's really hard to tell.
Well, that's...
But it's definitely Ben. Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really weird because I could hear you, they could hear you, you couldn't hear me, which was weird. Very weird. It looks like a cuddle, apparently. Well, cuddle is not an option for death. unfortunately. So then we've got this guy who has been speared. This lady has been clawed. And this guy... Oh, I think he fell overboard. So... drowned.
Which one did you take to get to there?
Um... The guy had designated the second mate.
Ah, this one.
That
okay.
one.
Because I
Oh,
went to
hang
the other
on, while
one.
you're there... Oh, alright. I was
Sorry.
going to say while you're there. Fell overboard. I think he fell overboard. It looks like he's falling overboard. To me. There. So I think he fell overboard. The second mate is just cowering. But yes, I can't determine what is happening here.
So that's scene 3, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me... I'll work my way to scene 4 then.
Oh, I'm in part 1 now. I went the wrong way.
Chronology of getting around these scenes is not always simple.
Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield! Hold your fire!
Oh, this is part 4.
Okay, well then, that's the guy there slumped. How does he look? How dead does he look? Has he got a knife in the head?
That does look like a knife in his head.
Right, I'm gonna go with knifed then. See if I can find him. Alright, so maybe he was knifed by Itbangsai instead. There we go.
And you think that is still, though, Samuel Galligan.
Well, only because he looks like a steward.
He's dressed in the steward's outfit, and he's with Nichols, the second mate.
Yeah.
That works for me. Okay, so we've got this guy who we haven't identified who he is yet. That in the
Yeah.
recalling. And then we
He's
also
very
have
much being speared.
this guy who is also speared.
Yeah.
We think that Samuel Galligan was knifed by Itbangsin. Yeah, whatever. We already know that what happened to Bunlan and Itbang and Nichols. We think Patrick O'Hagan fell overboard. What about the other guy is the question then? Can we identify
I'm just assuming
him?
he also fell overboard, but I can't identify him.
Well, let's see if he's in this scene.
He's a Russian playing... I think he's one of the Russians. It could be
I'm just trying to
Alakas
see
or
if-
Alexei.
Part 4, I don't think he's on the boat anymore.
Well, he disappeared, so I'm assuming if he's in the missing, then he fell overboard. Unless we can find him. And I'm not getting a compass in this one, so I'm going to go back out through the door. Damn it. Right, I'm in part 5. Okay, this guy...
Into
Oh,
part
no,
3
it's
now.
the mate. Well, at this point... There's only the 3 bodies that end up on the deck, so everyone else has disappeared in part 5. So... Is this part 4? Yes, I'm now in part 4.
And I know where part 1 is. I want to find part 1 because I think that'll help me determine the boats a bit.
I got into part 1, then I couldn't get out again because everyone was,
Yeah.
I
So
forget who I
the
went
body is
through.
part 6. Bunlin is part 4. And then,
I think I went through one of the speared guys.
yeah, the speared guy here is part 1, I believe.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
definitely a knife in the neck. But at this point, everyone else has disappeared. Unless they were speared. So maybe they were drowned. Maybe one of them was drowned by a terrible beastie, but we're never going to know because we don't have any context. Alright, I'm now in part
You know
2.
what? This guy has to be able to. He understands the Formosan language.
Yeah, I know. But there's 4 people that could be.
Yeah, we have 4 people from China.
At least 4, I think, though.
I've got 4 people that I haven't used yet who are from China. But our big, strong looking Russian dude is on the boat with the treasure chest in scene 1. Hey, that's him.
Oh, I don't think he fell overboard. I think he was
Drowned.
drowned by terrible beastie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've just found him in memory 2. He's being pulled. Oh no, he's also being clawed, but he's probably going to end up being drowned because he's not on the boat at any point. But he drops his knife, which is
By
how
a
the other
foreign
guy
enemy,
gets
I'm
it.
saying, because I think you've been always saying beast, and I've always been saying foreign enemy for them.
Yeah, I know.
So just, and we think he was Russian.
Yeah, but there's several of them.
I got 3: Leonid Volkov, Alarkis Nikishin, and Alexei Toporov.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna try all 3 of them. Nope.
No,
Only one more
Leonid
for
I've
me.
already assigned somewhere. But yeah, we need to have more. I don't know whether we've got confirmations of things.
Well, I think um, we've got Patrick O'Hagan. We think drowned there, and Samuel Galligan. So if we believe that those 2 are correct, then it's the third one. We're 1 away from another confirmation.
Okay, right. Well,
So that's just why I checked. I tried the names that I hadn't used. Okay, so it didn't work for you either. So whether it's terrible beast or foreign enemy, it doesn't seem to make a difference.
right.
We know he was drowned though, or we at least can believe he was drowned.
Yeah, either that or clawed, because he's being clawed, but he was probably pulled overboard and drowned. The other guy fell overboard, so I think there's a distinction there. It doesn't really help us determine whom. I'm going to go back out.
Chapter.
O'Hagan. Yeah.
So let's assume that he might have a loyalty to Galligan and
Yeah, I think O'Hagan was the one
Nichols
that fell overboard,
and O'Hagan.
basically.
So like Maybe a Russian wouldn't be the person who would be most loyal to these people to partake in such an escape ploy. You know?
Yeah, we know that
So
the guy I think is the
Nichols,
steward is not O'Hagan. So O'Hagan could also be the guy
Galligan,
that was speared, but he was speared first. So it's probably, oh, it could be him though.
and O'Hagan.
O'Hagan could have been one of the two that was speared in part one or part two. Yeah, if O'Hagan's not going to have fallen overboard, that can't be O'Hagan.
You don't think that's O'Hagan anymore?
Okay. No, because the thing says, O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you row?
We said that was O'Hagan because we thought he was holding the oar.
Yeah, but he was drowned. I think that's probably O'Hagan. He looks more Irish. I'm going to go back in and try and get to part one, part two. See if I can see.
But that's Russian. So that guy's Russian. Rectify that one.
Because the one I assumed was O'Hagan was basically um, based on the fact that I didn't know that two people were missing. So this one, so he's disappeared. He's not rowing. This one is the one I think is O'Hagan.
Yeah. Who also both of them were rowing that boat.
Yeah,
So
unless it was this one. Was he rowing, do we reckon?
so
He could have
here's the
been
earlier
rowing.
scene. This guy I don't think is O'Hagan though, because he seems to understand Formosan.
Mm. Okay.
And so I'm assuming he could be from China. But then this
Yeah.
is the other guy who's also rowing.
Yeah, but he disappeared. So there's two that disappeared.
Yeah.
It's more likely the guy that just got speared is the O'Hagan, can you hear me
Yeah.
thing.
Because we believe that O'Hagan, he's asking O'Hagan, can you still continue rowing
Yeah.
even as he's dying?
Yeah. Because it's the next memory. This guy's already slumped. We can't identify him. He's fuzzy, but this one's not fuzzy. And this guy hadn't been hit at that point. Mr. Hitler dude. Who's got a pipe? As you do.
Sure. Okay, I'm gonna look at the crew picture again. Because did we identify... So we've put a name... Oh wait, I haven't put a name to this guy yet.
That's the one I said was John.
The last mate. Oh, not JV James.
No, just a random seaman called John.
John Naples.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of saying... Wait. Oh wait, never mind. I don't know. I don't know if he... I would say he's John Naples. Oh, that's right, because you're saying this one is the fourth...
Yeah, but we don't know what happened to him.
Right. Disappeared and escape. in that last scene?
He's on the boat.
Yeah, that's what I was just making sure. Yeah, oh yeah, okay.
Right, I want to get to part 3. Where's my that guy. I want that guy.
I wish it was easier to navigate to a single memory. Really
I
like
mean,
this
he
game.
sounds Irish as well, to be perfectly honest. He really does sound Irish. Hagen, you're still breathing. So, yeah, it has to be one of these is O'Hagan. But you're saying it's not that one, but it doesn't really matter at this point. This guy... Oh, is he getting pulled? Is that an arm? Is something wrapped around his arm?
Well, we had said, is that the... Oh wait, that's somebody else.
That's just the random dude that disappeared. It's a Hitler dude. He
Right.
just fell overboard. I'm wondering if he's being pulled, but we don't know his name anyway, so...
We
That's the
thought
one I
he was
thought was
drowned.
O'Hagan first.
Or that's what memory we thought meant he fell. But the fact that his arm is going in like that...
I think he's just trying to catch himself. Because the
Yeah.
boat's been knocked. The boat's fallen over because this person's grabbed Bun Lin.
Right.
He's dropped his oar. He might even be trying to grab on it, but...
Okay, that's the memory we thought was what put us to think he was O'Hagan. Instead...
Yeah, but he's not breathing, so it's more likely to be this dude here.
This one.
Ah! Nichols, shoot them, sir, for God's sake. Yeah, and that's why I thought that he was... Yeah, that's who I think is Hagen, but... I don't know. Could be that one.
Although he's blurry in this picture. In this scene.
Yeah, but he's not blurry on the main one.
Odd.
None of them are blurry. But he is blurry in this scene. You still breathing, can you row? I don't know. I
He's
really
reaching
don't
down
know.
to pet a mermaid.
Yeah, that was about 10 minutes ago he said that, but yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know, do we want to call it? It's 5:30 my time, so 10:30 your time.
Oh god, yeah, I know. Shit, I need to go to bed. But we've done well.
We were what, about halfway?
Yeah, a good halfway.
Yeah. Back cover shows us about correctly halfway through.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, halfway through on the Fates. Be good to maybe watch the beginning of the video to find the note from Henry Evans to see if it says where we're supposed to meet him.
True. You know what? I'll do just open up a third file or the third file and see.
Do you have the second one?
I do, but I just am not opening it yet.
Okay.
Company man woke me up. Said you'd need ferry to the Obra Dinn. Not many eager for
okay.
that job. Seems a bit late if you ask.
Excuse me.
What's in the box?
I don't know.
Just looking at the map.
Post it up in a few minutes.
Hey! How?
I
Carefully.
think we've done pretty well.
Okay, so I had to climb up.
To climb up and then climb back down when the dude said the box is too heavy.
By the way, did that thing out in the water move at all?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you want me to position myself?
Oi! It's too
I
heavy!
think it's slightly closer, but don't know.
Okay, let me head back down to the boat and I'll tell you what the note says from our friend Mr. Henry Evans.
It's too heavy.
Too
Look
heavy.
yourself or open it here.
Oh, here's it's the preface.
Alright, okay, cool. Return to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. Was Morocco an option?
I think it was.
No. Well,
Africa.
depends where Morocco... Africa. Okay, yeah, but I tried... Oh! Something worked. Well done. 3 more fates correct.
Okay, I'm jumping in to get that because
Alright, Henry Evans, the surgeon, is alive in Africa. Patrick O'Hagan was spared by a terrible beast. And Samuel Galligan was knifed. Sorry, it's only because I went, where's Morocco, Africa, I picked it up. I wasn't intending on, you know, like, preempting you. I'm gonna see
Wait.
if...
that didn't click. What did I not do?
Did you put O'Hagan as the guy that was stabbed by the wee beastie? And the second mate, the Samuel dude, who was knifed by Itzo. That one, yeah. So you've done that one. So did you do O'Hagan?
It's a beast. You were right.
I know it's a beast. I know I
Well,
was
no,
right.
I put for an enemy.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so I'm gonna change all of these to alive in Africa for now. Oh, and that, right. So yeah, 3 more fates correct. So all of the 4 people escaped. Emily Jackson's alive in Africa. She's the first lady. Jane Bird's alive in Africa. The second
So
lady.
Miss Jane Bird was actually the
Davy
younger lady.
Jones is alive in Africa. Now we're over halfway. Haha! Yeah, it was the 4th mate steward, and that was just process of elimination because he was standing next to the 4th mate. But once we figured out he was in Africa, and then yes, Emily Jackson was the one that shot him, and Miss Jane Bird, yeah, of course, I thought she was the younger. But that was really just luck.
We had said that a lot of like times when you use the word you said this was the fourth mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So now you should get your fate there.
Yep.
So... Right. So in the escape, we've only got 2 more to determine. One, we don't know who killed him. And then that guy was then shot. Oh! But we do know who shot him now. That was Emily Jackson. On the stern deck. Because we determined... Because she was the one with the gun. Cool! Alright. Go team. Go team J. Right, now I'm going to bed because I have to work tomorrow. Save. Quit to title. I'm glad you found out he was in Morocco because that was going to bug me because I knew we'd found out and I knew we had to meet him somewhere. So there we go. Right.
I'm curious, was that a section that was still able to be accessed? Oh yeah, you
don't
could have
know.
accessed it if you were on the
Oh!
contents page and you went and hit left trigger once.
You could go back. Damn it. Of course you could. Right. Okay. That does not need to be deafening me. Okay. Cool. Right. I'm gonna be. I don't know. I'm hopefully gonna be back on Tuesday. I'm hopefully not gonna be as tired this week, but we'll play it by ear, and it may be a short stream. I might do a promo game.
Start catch up on your backlog.
Yeah, start catching up on my backlog. So yeah, or I might start one of the 4 games that are in my backlog of ones that were tipped. Because, you know, that also has a backlog. But that probably will be this next week's streams, Tuesday, Thursday, but they'll be shorter because work and tired. But I will try and do them as normal, scheduled 8 o'clock UK time. I want to get back into a routine. Yeah, but for tonight, thank you very much, Jesse. We did good. So, yeah, we did very good. We now have 6 of 16 achievements. We got 30 fates. We solved all the fates in the first 3 chapters, which is pretty damn good. And I'm not looking what the secret achievements are because they might be spoilers.
I'm familiar because I had to look over the walkthrough to get it published.
Oh.
And there's stuff that you'll have to do a second shortened playthrough for.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I want us to figure out as much as we can legit.
I will say that I did not go over the fates at all, really. I kind of skimmed the fates, so I don't know who's who.
Hey, well, once we've finished it, you can double check that they're all right in the walkthrough.
I trust that much because a lot of people have said they're correct. So
okay, fair enough.
The complaints I've seen have been different elements.
Fair enough. I've not looked at the walkthrough. I've not looked at the solutions. All I looked at was the TA diff to see whether this would bugger my run. And it seemed fine. So
even if it would have, apparently we're going slow enough that we're not going to.
Oh, someone quoted me. Aha. Oh, so the answer to both my questions was no and no. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know why you can follow friends on that leaderboard if it doesn't do anything.
Because it's left over from G-Task.
Yeah, well.
And the other one was there's no leaderboard for the community challenges. So how do people know who's left, who's got them all?
Well, some of the people who've done it have kept immaculate track of it.
How?
I don't know then.
You know, gone through everyone that entered in an event? And then gone through to see how many, you know, because That's just weird. I mean, I've got 10 completed challenges, which I'm hoping is the max because
It is.
I have been doing my very best. Um, and I definitely have enough to hit because I've got 18, so I've definitely hit this one, so I'm still on the leaderboard. Yeah, right, I'm going to bed. As I said, thank you very much. So I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. I've been joined by Jesse, otherwise known as Radical Sniper 99. Um, I'm going to bed, so thank you for watching. Bid you good night, and if Jesse wants to say anything more, he can.
I will. So,
But I'm going.
yep.
Alright,
Okay,
bye.
so that's going to be it for me today. Well, for real streaming. I will be on tonight for
Fake streaming.
yeah, I've got gems to finish up tonight, so that will be a stream. No expectations for anybody to watch that. It's just 5 Guild War battles that I have to finish for the week. Technically this week I could start doing other minor streams during the week. We'll see if that happens. I keep saying I want to and then I never do. I'm good at that.
Yeah, I know the feels.
Yeah, so well, the thing is Monday night I get home too late.
Yeah.
Tuesday night I like to watch Flash and Legends live.
Oh, I caught up with Arrow, but I'm still waiting for the Infinite Crisis. Next week, I hope.
Oh, your stream just went to host me.
Yes.
So, and then so like by Wednesday, it's like, okay, what do I do? I think what I should do is consider streaming the rest of Pokemon Shield.
Ooh. Yeah.
I did say that if the Kingdom Hearts collection comes out, I might do the whole Kingdom Hearts collection on weekdays.
I'm gonna miss it.
Well, you're gonna play the Kingdom Hearts ones as well, aren't you?
Well, yes, but I like watching you.
Well, see what happens. I don't know. It's just so long. I don't want to like reserve it to weekends.
Fair enough.
So, probably some promo next weekend. I've got a few games, so, and hopefully maybe we'll get done 7th Sector. Because technically
Yeah.
by next weekend, Tadpole will be over, so Joe and I can finish our 7th Sector stream and maybe do some more Obra Dinn. We'll see.
Yes. Sounds good.
Yep. So, everybody have a good rest of your Sunday, whatever left is left of it, and I'll see everybody the next time, hopefully.
None. I have
Bye.
none left.